So Amanda, what are you doing?
Oh, hey. I'm cutting the grass, first of all, in the greenhouse. Then I brought some seeds out. I have some beet seeds.
Hang on, hold those up.
Yeah. And these,
Hang on, go hold them up.
I have beet seeds. These are from Vessie's. I bought them back in the spring.
Okay.
Spinach, also from Vessie's.
Okay.
Carrots from Vessie's.
All right.
Romaine lettuce from a store.
I think those are Mackenzie's.
Gardener's Choice, actually.
Gardener's Choice.
That might be what you buy at Canadian Tire.
Huh.
These are Mackenzie. Some are savory. So I know it's not the normal time of year to plant seeds, and I've actually heard that in this area with an unheated greenhouse, the last seed you can plant and still get anything in the winter is about the second week of October, and we're halfway through October. I know it's a gamble, but I looked in all these packets and I have plenty of seeds to experiment with. So if it doesn't work, it doesn't work, and if it does work, awesome, right? So I'm gonna plant some more seeds. I guess I'm an addict. Alright guys, one of the things that people do with their unheated greenhouses to keep the heat in just a bit more is they put 2 layers of plastic on their greenhouse. Of course, 2 layers is thicker than 1, but also there's a pocket of air that ends up between the 2 layers, and that pocket of air works as an insulation as well. So I've taken a second sheet of plastic. I did this almost a week ago, and I put it over top, and so I have 2 layers. And I noticed immediately an improvement on insulation for the greenhouse, that it warms up even more, which is kind of unfortunate at the moment because it gets terribly warm in there during the day still, when it's sunny out. But it stays a little warmer at night than it is outside, so that's a really good thing. I haven't come out in the middle of the night or anything to see just how cold it's getting, but after the sun goes down, what I noticed before is that as soon as the sun went down, it cooled off immediately in the greenhouse to be just as cool as it is outside. With the double layer, it feels like it's about 4 or 5 degrees Celsius warmer inside the greenhouse than outside. That's just the feel on my skin. I don't know. I haven't tested that formally yet, but so I noticed an immediate difference with the double layer of plastic, so this was a good thing. Certainly not a waste of time and resources to put a second layer of plastic on your unheated greenhouse. Oh dear. I've got a caterpillar or a worm or something there. Great. I'm not familiar with the insects in Ontario. I grew up in Nova Scotia, and I'm just completely unfamiliar with the insects here. I never know what's good, what's bad, what anything is. You can't just assume that an insect is bad for your garden, because there's some great insects too, and some of them are bad in some ways but are good in other ways, so I don't know. Other people need to instruct me on that. So it's October. It's during the night it's below 10 degrees Celsius every night. During the day it's getting up around 17 degrees Celsius. But in my greenhouse, it's getting very warm still during the day. I'm not home during the day to ventilate the greenhouse when it needs to be. This is a problem at the moment, and I don't think it'll stay a big problem. Oh, there's a bee. Okay. Sorry. I don't think it'll stay a big problem. It doesn't tend to be hot and sunny, in the cold months here. Usually it's overcast and that kind of thing. So I don't think it's going to remain a problem, the greenhouse getting too hot from the sun during the day. I think my problem is really going to be keeping it warm in the greenhouse as the cold months come. So I think this problem is temporary, and I'll show you what I mean. I had this door closed all night because it was cold at night. Even late evening yesterday it was really cold in the greenhouse. So I closed the door during the night, but I didn't get up early enough to open it today, and you can see that. That's in Celsius. That's way too warm for October in the greenhouse. Like, everything's gonna go into shock. I don't know. But as I said, I think that's just a temporary problem. Yesterday, Brandy showed you that I was doing a little bit of cleanup here and planting some more seeds, which I have done. I'll just show you. I don't really remember where I planted everything. I planted summer savory in here. I planted spinach all around this pepper plant. This pepper plant, I don't think it's going to go much longer because of, this pepper plant, I don't think it's going to go much longer. It had a pepper on it yesterday that looked like it had been hit by frost or something. So we took it off. So we took it off. I planted spinach all around the base of it, figuring if the pepper plant still grows, it's not like it takes up too much space here. The spinach should grow just fine all around it. And if the pepper plant dies, pull it out and I'll hopefully already have spinach growing around it, right? What else did I plant here? I am forgetting. I planted something in here. I think it was beets. I planted beets here, I think. The little pumpkin plants that came from the seeds given to me by BC Garden 2010, they are coming up. You can see they've got their true leaves now. You can see that leaf there is a different shape than the first leaves that you get. So it's coming. We'll see. As long as I can keep the frost away from here, I guess those will grow. Over here, there had been cantaloupes and zucchini and squash planted here. The zucchini and squash died off. I pulled out the cantaloupes that are growing here because there weren't any cantaloupes left growing in this area. So I took those out yesterday, and I planted carrots in here and romaine lettuce. Both of those don't mind a little bit of cold, so see how those do in here. I have some very beautiful marigolds growing in the greenhouse. It seems like marigolds like the colder weather. Every year I try to grow marigolds all summer, and they just don't come. And then in the fall, when everything else is dying off, the marigolds come out. So I think they prefer a little cooler temperatures. I even have marigolds growing in the grass in my front yard. Not sure how that happened. I don't know if I dropped a seed or maybe a squirrel dropped a seed. I don't know. See these peppers here? See if I could show you that. Can you see that? There's like a white spot on it. Do you think that is because frost hit it, or is something, I don't know, is it sick? What does this mean? It's really gross, but it seems to have taken all the peppers on this plant, which is pretty unfortunate. My other pepper plant, it still looks healthy. The other pepper plant over there, let's see if I can zoom in on the pepper for you. I've been getting beautiful peppers off this plant, and it's really the only one that I've eaten peppers off of. This one just started growing peppers, and now you can see that the peppers are pretty sick looking. Beets growing in here. They haven't got very big yet, but there are quite a few. Those are the purple leaves you're seeing mixed in there. This other stuff growing in here is, interestingly enough, garlic, which I had garlic planted here back in the spring, and I pulled it all out. Seriously, had pulled it all out. And now it's growing all back. So I don't know if seeds were dropped there. I don't really know how it reproduced, but I'm going to leave it. I was planning on planting more garlic anyway. If it's going to volunteer itself, fine. So it's mixed in with the beets. Totally accidental. Good enough though. It looks like grass, but it really is garlic. I dug one up just to be sure that it wasn't just grass that I was letting grow here. And then I have carrots growing in here. These are the little finger carrots. You know, they only get a few inches long. You can see a little bit of orange here next to that weed. Yep, so I've got some carrots growing. And over here, this is the kale that I had planted using seeds from BC Garden 2010. Thank you very much for sending those seeds out to us. Let's check out this pumpkin plant. This is the one Geotacadian had given us seeds, and this is the second batch of pumpkin plants that we planted using those seeds. You see there's so many flowers on this, so many buds. Hopefully, well, here's a female one right here. So good, good. Hopefully that turns into a nice pumpkin. The rest of the flowers look like males to me, but that one looks female. I see, you know, squash coming on there. So really hope to get some pumpkins off this. That'll be awesome. Then we'll know that you can plant later in the year in a unheated greenhouse. Good stuff. Alright, so that's your update. Guess that's all there is to update you on. Have a good day, guys.